Hello everyone. Some of you may have seen this footage play now. It's drone footage of a Russian storage base in Belgorod. I won't play the whole video as it's 9 minutes long and I won't be able to waffle on for that long. But it shows a lot of rather battered Russian equipment awaiting repairs. It was recorded by a Leleka drone, and it says a lot about Russia's air defences that a Leleka can hover over this base for so long undetected. The time and date of the video show it as being filmed in September. There's a wide variety of vehicles there, from tanks, armoured fighting vehicles, BMPs, supply trucks, that sort of thing. It's quite interesting to see. Instead of looking at the video in detail, I'm going to take a look instead at a pair of satellite images. First, here is the site back in 2020. So at the time this image was taken, it was just a regular area. I show this because as we move to a satellite image from September, we can see that this is a very substantial storage facility with a lot of vehicles. I believe I may have covered this site back in September when this satellite image here first emerged. This was around the time the drone footage was taken. The drone footage we just saw shed some light onto this satellite image though. As we saw, like with this screenshot here, these vehicles are damaged to say the least. Many of them are actually just wrecks. So this was basically just a giant dump for recovered vehicles from Ukraine. These would be shipped back to Russia either to be repaired or stripped of any salvageable parts, and the metal would be sent to the scrapyard and recycled. It makes sense to do that. Ukraine has also made use of wrecked vehicles, recovering grad tubes to make improvised rocket launchers, for example. So even if these vehicles can't be repaired to operate again, they can be stripped down and have the parts recovered, which could be used to patch up other vehicles. An important part of this could be components such as chips. With the sanctions that have hit Russia, getting new chips and components like that from abroad may be a bit tricky now, so they could feasibly be recovered from the abandoned vehicles here. Not every vehicle here will be a wreck. Some of them could likely be repaired and put back into service again. But there's no doubt, thanks to the drone video, that these are all vehicles damaged in Ukraine, recovered, and due to be sent back to Russia, rather than this being a storage depot for vehicles prior to being sent to Ukraine. Here's the final satellite image. This one is from October. As you can see, the depot has now been completely abandoned. Most of the vehicles are gone. The ones left behind will be the ones which are just scrap. You can see most of them are brown and burnt. So ones which could be repaired or have parts salvaged have been shipped back to Russia. And the wrecks left behind. Also gone are the tents and temporary buildings and other signs of this place being in use. Most of the abandoned vehicles are in the centre. I'm guessing any which were seen to be a complete write-off were just dumped there. But there is the odd vehicles scattered around in other sections. It seems that each was inspected, and if it couldn't be used, it was just left behind when the base was abandoned. One of them, circled now, appears to be a bridging vehicle, so quite a rarity. The rest seems to mainly consist of BMPs, armoured fighting vehicles, and some tanks. Going back to September's image, here highlighted are what could be long-range rocket systems. They are quite long and large. They look too big to be Ural or Kamaz supply trucks. These were salvaged completely, as they were missing on the image of when the base was packed up. Now usually, I would have a look and see if Ukraine can hit this, but it's quite pointless here since it's basically just an abandoned scrap heap now. But here it is on Google Maps, so you can see its location very close to the border. So why was this abandoned? I think it's less to do with the risk of Ukraine targeting it. This is a scrapyard. Why would Ukraine bother launching a TOCH-Q or even artillery on a group of already wrecked BMPs? Turning to deep states, we can see this would have been abandoned because Russia simply can't use it anymore. This was the drop-off point for recovered, wrecked and damaged vehicles. Now that Ukraine has all of Kharkiv back, the depot is useless, since there is no way for Russia to bring the wrecks to it. Likely another similar depot has been established further east. So that's it for this video. If you found it interesting, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks again, and take care everybody.